With the release of Apple's new range of computers, the decision to buy a Mac or PC has become even more difficult. Traditionally, Apple has been seen as overpriced and underperforming compared to its generally cheaper PC counterpart. Often I would find myself recommending a Windows machine over a Mac, but this time I'm not so sure. In this video I explore reasons why you should buy a Mac instead of a PC. These are my own personal thoughts and opinions formed over 12 years of using both MacOS, Windows, building PCs, and owning several different Mac devices. Number 1. Better software and hardware ecosystem. One of the best things about owning a Mac is that it ties nicely with other Apple devices you might own, like the iPhone, iPad, HomePod, and even the Apple Watch. You could enjoy features like seamlessly messaging, calling, web browsing, taking notes, managing reminders, and accessing photos and files between your Mac and other Apple devices without any additional configuration. Other features like AirDrop, unlocking your Mac with Apple Watch, using an iPad as a second display for your Mac, and streaming music from Mac to HomePod are also benefits of owning a Mac if you have other Apple devices. While some of these features are also available in other ecosystems like Samsung or Google, they are usually not this seamless or easy to use and require you to have a third-party app to use features available by default in the Apple ecosystem. Number 2. Fewer choices make the decision easier. If you decide to buy a PC and have finalized a budget, you might quickly get overwhelmed by the number of choices available. There are a ton of manufacturers, processor configurations, display resolutions, keyboards, trackpads, speakers, etc. you can choose from, and it might make the whole process tedious and time-consuming. Even if you finally choose and buy a PC after hours of research, you might be left wondering if you made the right choice or if you should have waited a bit more or selected a different computer. This might be one of those few scenarios where less choice is good, because when you want to buy a Mac, you only have to choose between a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro and, in some cases, what storage or random access memory options you want. This makes the process of choosing a new laptop to buy much more manageable and straightforward, especially in 2023 if you are choosing a Mac over a PC, considering the sheer amount of options available when it comes to choosing a PC. Number 3. Apps and the operating system are more secure. One of the reasons why most hackers and cybercriminals target their malware and hacking efforts toward Windows users is simply because the Windows OS has the largest market share. A more significant market share means more devices to target and higher returns for the efforts hackers make. Because of this, many hackers are willing to spend more time and effort on developing different kinds of malware targeting Windows devices, as they have a higher probability of success. However, this doesn't mean that Macs are unsusceptible to malware or cyber attacks. It simply means that you get targeted by a cyber attack or malware relatively less if you own a Mac instead of a PC. Apart from the market share perspective, Mac devices are generally more secure than their Windows counterparts because Apple has complete control over both its hardware and software. However, in the case of Windows devices, Microsoft has to adapt the OS to be compatible with hundreds of different manufacturers and models. So, if you are buying a Mac instead of a PC in 2023, you can be a bit more confident that your device will be secure. Of course, it doesn't hurt to take still the necessary precautions like doing regular malware scanning and taking periodic backups of your Mac to be prepared for any worst-case scenarios. Number 4. Fewer annoyances during regular use. This is by far the biggest reason I would choose a Mac over a PC every single time. As mentioned in the previous point, Windows devices are the main target for cybercriminals. A vast number of hackers worldwide are constantly working towards finding a vulnerability in Windows devices and exploiting them. Due to this, Microsoft has to push security and system updates and patches regularly, and developers have to update their apps to fix these issues as well. The endless cycle of constantly downloading huge update files and spending so much time waiting for the update to be installed when you restart, shut down, or turn on your PC can quickly get annoying. On top of this already frustrating part, sometimes drivers or system files might randomly break or become incompatible with a new update and cause issues like Bluetooth function disappearing or internet dropping out, or even your PC just crashing out of the blue. I have owned and used a Mac for the past 3 years and have never faced any major issues like these after a stable system update, and that peace of mind is more than enough of a reason to choose a Mac over a PC in 2023 for me. Number 5. More accessories and customization options. Since there is only a limited number of Mac devices in any given generation, it is easier for manufacturers to make accessories like laptop sleeves, custom skins, and supported dongles for these Macs. However, if you had to make accessories for Windows devices, then there are a ton of different laptop models and manufacturers to consider, and the design should be made to accommodate different laptop sizes, shapes, and structures. On top of this, you might not even know how many of the accessories you made for a particular model will actually end up selling, further discouraging the number of accessories and customization options made for Windows devices. So, if you are someone who would love to customize their new computer with different skins, stickers, decals, or sleeves, then you would be much happier and more satisfied if you chose a Mac over a PC in 2023. If you love PC building and want to upgrade your hardware like the random access memory or storage as you go, you also might be better off buying a PC because Macs are infamous for not supporting hardware upgrades or customization after you have purchased them. After watching this video, are you convinced that you should buy a Mac instead of a PC, or do you still think buying a PC is the right choice in 2023? Share your thoughts in the comments section.